Go.
All right. I will share first.
Cool.
Cool. So I just wrote a simple program.
It's not showing who this is. Andy,
Oh,
is it?
and Andy, yeah,
Andy, okay.
yeah. So I just wrote a really simple program to get the age of a user and see if the user is over 21, and if he is, then you print welcome in, and if he or she is not, then print, hey, you're not over 21, and that's it. So if we run this program.
Hey, before you run it, check if people have any questions.
Oh yeah, sure.
They may, need some explanation. But it's
course.
very self-documenting. It's a beautiful piece of code, really, because it's indented properly. It's easy to read, and so it's fantastic, right? But people may still have questions. Those who haven't programmed.
Thank you. It's my Mona Lisa, for sure.
Very nice.
Andy, can I ask what the iString stream user input line is? Line 13,
Yeah.
14?
Yeah, so get line is a way to get user input in the form of a string. So iString stream is input string stream, which converts a string into a type of number, right? So here I create a iString stream called stream. I give it the user input, which is the string of a number, right, that the user types in, right? And then I output the stream into the integer variable age that I've defined here.
Okay, I see. Thank you.
Yeah, does that make sense?
Andy, do we need a return 0 somewhere in this program?
Yes, we should have a return 0. Thank you. It's always good practice.
And so for one quick tip for anyone that is completely new to coding, you can look at Andy's code and you can look at the code he had earlier for Hello World, or if you don't have that memorized, which most of us probably don't, you can look at the starter code on Quest 0, which does have the line-by-line code for Hello World. And you can start seeing some common things, elements at the start of the code, common elements at the end of the code, and possibly some different things going on in the middle.
Right, and you can see that, like in my Hello World, I had std : c out, and I don't have it in this program. It's because of this line up here. So using namespace std, so it basically tells the compiler, okay, so if you can't find c out, first look in the namespace std before complaining to me to try to find c out.
Hey Andy,
yeah.
Why can you take the user input as an integer instead of first taking it in as a string and then converting it?
Yeah, so you can actually use cin, right? I'm sure you've seen this.
Yeah, but like, what's the like? Is there an advantage of using the way that you did it instead?
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure about this, and maybe Anand can clarify, but getLine is a safer way to take user input, because if you're using cin and the user types some weird symbol or a string that's like not actually a number, this will make your program exit.
Okay.
Right?
Yes, thank you.
Where you can't actually catch the error.
Yes, what Andy said, that's correct. The only thing is it wouldn't exit. If it'll screw up cin. If you try and read a number from cin and the user typed some text there, it won't end the program, but it'll mark cin as a bad pipe, right? Bad stream. It won't be successful. You won't be successful in reading from it until the stream has been fixed. So it's better not to mess with CN. If you don't know what it has, always read the most general form of data that could occupy the stream. And the most general form is always a string. You know, raw bytes will do too, but you know, in this case, it's a buffered input stream. So just read strings from it and you'll be safe.
Cool, thank you. All right, so if I run this, first, it'll print out this line, what's your age, right? And then it'll wait for a user input, and that's this line right here. So if I type in 15, press enter, it goes through and it converts it into a string. It compares the number to 21 and it outputs, hey, you're not over 21. Right, if I run it, I put 50, then it'll say welcome in, right? So any questions about this?
Can you try putting something other than a number and see what happens?
Great idea, right? That's, you know, I love it. Who said that?
Sumedh.
Sumedh, yes. Yeah, that is exactly what we should do as programmers, okay? You know, when it's possible to break something safely, right? When it's possible to break something safely, you should break it, okay? And see, you know, try these things out. And that's exactly what you should be doing to your programs all the time. And, you know, I thank you for asking that question, okay? So you should try, you know, try and see what happens. Because better for you to know what happens in that situation than to be told by a user they